Yeah, I don't want to delay this one. We're just gonna jump right into it today. So this morning I released a prompt that will give you 7 different methodologies to figure out a little bit more about who you are. So I just want to go into that a little bit more and what that looks like. So we're just going to pull this up on ChatGPT, and I'm going to go ahead and hit record on my screen so I can show you what I'm doing so that you can follow along. You can also see how this is going to help you out, if this is useful to you, if it gives you any insights. So I use 7 different methodologies. That's including astrology, Western astrology. It's including Vedic astrology. It's including numerology. It's including the Chinese Zodiac. It's including Enneagram. It's including Myers-Briggs personality type, if you know yours. And it's also including Jungian archetypes. So if any of those are a method for you and that you've used it before to discover yourself, then I've included all of these in a prompt to ChatGPT so that you can just go in and you can seek an entire analysis through all of these methods at once. So let's just go ahead and take a look at it. So let me start recording on my screen, and we're going to jump right into it right now. And let's go. So what does this look like, right? And how do we know that it works? Well, if you notice, ChatGPT is it's trained on a lot of things. Let's just say that, right? But the problem with the AI is that right now, what it does is it gives you the best mathematical output based on your input. So it can hallucinate. And my feeling is that OpenAI has parameters in it that cause ChatGPT to, suppress responses or to give you this kind of cookie cutter response. And we don't really want that, right? So you have to be cautious with what you're feeding it, what you're inputting to it, and just exactly what you're trying to get out of it. Because if you just think that it's like the word of God and you think that ChatGPT is just going to deliver every single time, you'll be surprised. If you really use it enough, you'll find that it actually doesn't. And it actually just hallucinates, like I mentioned. So don't use it for everything. So I've got the prompt right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy and paste it. So you don't need to have ChatGPT Pro or anything. So we're just going to use, all right, well, yeah, we're just going to use GPT 4.0. And we're going to start there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in this prompt right here. And this is generic information from ChatGPT. This isn't any real information. But what we're going to do is we're going to see what it looks like when I hit submit. And these are just values that we're going to have ChatGPT define, the ones that we don't know, such as like the MBTI and Jungian Archetype and the Enneagram, right? You actually have to take tests for those 3. So we're just going to see what this looks like. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hit send. And let's look at the input. So as you can see, it's updating memory. So it probably thinks that this is like my real information, but I'm going to have to clear the memory later. So as you can see, it's giving me the first breakdown, which is Western astrology. Western astrology is something that you'll find mostly in the West, so United States. And the United States is pretty big on Western astrology, the calendar and the way everyone thinks, and sun signs and moon signs and ascendants and rising signs and things like that. I've included Eastern astrology as Vedic astrology. And Vedic astrology is kind of different. So the breakdown of the calendar is different. So you might have a different sign in Vedic astrology. So you might want to look into that because you might feel like you resonate with one more than the other. From my understanding of astrology, you're going to find one is more accurate for certain predictions and the other is more accurate for whatever you're really looking to find, like qualities of yourself and things like that. All right, so you see the breakdown here. We see the breakdown of this person, and it's going to give you Western astrology. We see that Vedic astrology, Chinese Zodiac. It's going to give you some information about that. It's also giving you numerology. So it's going to calculate your life path number, which you may already know, but it's going to do it for you. So it's not really a problem. I'll also should probably update the prompt so that it will include your destiny number. Oh, well, destiny is your life path, but I should also probably include your name number. That'd be probably a pretty interesting one as well. And Enneagram is going to give you a prediction. Again, to do Enneagram, you're going to have to take a test. And you can probably take that on Truity. And if you're not familiar with it, I'll probably leave a link somewhere. MBTI, same thing with Myers-Briggs. You have to find a reliable website to take a Myers-Briggs test, and it'll take you like 10 or 15 minutes to take that test so that you can get an idea of who you are through that. A lot of companies and teams will actually have their new employees or their new teammates take Myers-Briggs tests so that they can see if they're a compatible match with the team. The Jungian Archetype, you also need to take a test for that one too. So this is what it looks like. And it gives you a summary of your astrological, the numerological, the Enneagram, the MBTI, and the Jungian Archetype. And then it's going to ask you, would you like further details on any specific analysis? So you can say, yes, I am looking for a further analysis on my, let's say, numerology. And on my numerology. All right, so let's say that. So there you go. It's going to break down the life path even further. So however granular you want to get with this, just go for it and see if it resonates. And remember, take everything with a grain of salt. This is a computer telling you about yourself, but the only person that's going to know mostly about you is going to be you. So don't trust it. But if there's something that resonates, something that's positive, take it and develop that quality, or recognize that quality, or recognize that weakness. It's really up to you how you want to use this information. And I'm always going to be clear with my stance that these are just tools. They're mere tools for your advancement, for your psyche, for your understanding. And you have to leave it at that. It's not going to give you anything more than that. It's going to help you, and it's going to just give you some clarity, hopefully. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. But if you have any suggestions on how to make this better or how to make this prompt better, or if you want me to make a custom GPT that's tailored with specific texts that are reliable, then just let me know. So thanks for watching and have a great weekend.